Hello, I am Dr. Killer 1207, and this is MechWarrior Online. Today we're going to be doing a review on the BlackKnight-7-KNT-L. Yeah, it's a lot to name a mech. But either way, I had a tough decision between the Grasshopper and the Black Knight, which one to really show the three variants that I was going to show. And I chose the Black Knight because I feel that it's, in my opinion, a little tougher to play. And where the Grasshopper is just too easy. I call it easy mode. Um, and also, I believe the Grasshopper is going to be getting reworked anyways. So I figured, why not the Black Knight? Very popular right now. A lot of people are running it. And show some gameplay of me playing it. I will warn you ahead of time though. One of the gameplays I do have is on the new map Grim. Um, Really kind of shows the strength and kind of shows the weakness of the mech. But mostly I picked that particular gameplay because it was the new map and I did fairly well on it. But mostly just to show you what I think of the new map and all that. And plus, I had a lot of other games that continuously and yeah, just didn't work out. But either way, let's go to the Mech Lab. So here, I'm running the normal 3-3. Like I've mentioned previously in a lot of my videos and other mechs I have. I love the 3-3. Three large pulse lasers and three medium lasers. Absolutely love it. Um, the heat management is 1.27, so it's not too bad. You can alpha pretty nicely with it. Um, Heat sinks, of course, double structure, endo. I do run an XL350 on this to give me a nice little speed of 81.2 so I can get around the map quickly and stay up. Um, Obviously, armor's maxed out, and let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 heat sinks total. 2, 4, 6, yep, 10 6 heat sinks total. So let's go to the quirks real quick. Structure quirks on this are actually absolutely amazing, especially for a heavy. The Black Knights can tank very, very, very well. Um, Energy range plus 10%, laser duration minus 15%, which help with those medium lasers, even with the LPOs, and energy heat generation minus 10%. Um, turn Torso turn rate, you know, plus 20%. Overall, the Black Knight's a great mech. Right, compared to the grass. See, everyone asks me over the grasshopper. We'll get back to that in a minute. As you can see, I'm going to mention something here. The medium lasers are on the left torso instead of the right torso for a reason. Or instead of the LPOs being left stacked. Is because if you put the medium lasers on the right torso, it crosses fire. It is weird. And I know a lot of people that end up putting like large LPOs here, you know, or whatever the case may be, like on the grasshopper. And I always love my weapons like right stacked, left stacked, and that way it's not. I don't know. Yeah, if I lose that torso, but it doesn't matter because you're XL anyways. Um, but let's talk about. I really want to go over the weakness of this mech, and the weakness of this mech, and compared to the grasshopper, is its mounts. The mounts are very very low, as you can see. They're down to almost where the arm is right here, except for this one laser up here. Which the reason I have that here is because yeah, you can actually, you know, hit with that. It's only one. If you lose this arm, you can pretty much shield with this arm and be okay. But the biggest weakness of this mech is its mounts. You have to expose a lot in order to shoot these lasers. More than the Warhammer, more than a lot of the mechs that I play, even the Timber, because where the way the Timber's set up. But its strength is its freaking tankiness. This thing can push with the sauce. This thing can take a beating and keep trucking. and keep going as long as you're, you know, turning and spreading that damage throughout your whole entire mech. I mean, this thing can take a beating as long as you play it right. But you will see in one of the videos what I mean about these mounts. And it gets frustrating because, like, the grasshopper is so maneuverable. The mounts are up here. I mean, in my opinion, the grasshopper is better. But they both have a role to play. Don't get me wrong. I enjoy the Black Knights. I enjoy the grasshoppers. Just the grasshoppers, like I call it, easy mode. Where the Black Knight's more of a, what do you want to call it, a challenge than the grasshopper. But by no means is the Black Knight to be messed with. It is a force to be reckoned with, and right now, in my opinion, it's one of the best. Other than the grasshopper, it is one. It is probably second best heavy mech out right now. And we will go ahead and get to the gameplay. All right, on to gameplay 1 on the new map, Grim.
All systems nominal.
I chose this gameplay again, like I said. It's kind of shows the strengths and weakness of the Black Knight, but mostly I've chose this gameplay because it's one for the new map, and then also to the team play as well. All right, I'm gonna pause it real quick. Like normal maps on MechWarrior is centralized, like a chessboard. Okay, you hold the center. This map is no different. Fox 7, Echo 7, Echo 5, Fox 5. Okay, when you're on this side, you really need to worry about Echo 5, and when you're on this side, you need to worry about kind of like Echo 6 right here in this area. So it's like Echo 5, Echo 7, but these 4 grids are very important. You don't want to go up the right flank on my side, and you don't want to go up the left flank. You'll see why. Now, me being LPO and mid, I don't have long range. I'm mid range. So I'm gonna take this low ground here and get into a position where we were calling it OP hill, where I can shoot OP hill at least, trade off a little bit. And the team is actually following up quite nicely. So again, guys, new map reveal. We'll call it that. Okay. So right here, I get up into Echo 7, and I'm looking at OP Hill. Okay, and I'm sitting there, I'm looking, I'm like, oh nice, the team is following up, we're forming a line here. It seems like the team already knows about this hill. As I'm waiting here, I'm thinking, okay. Then that blip pops up. I'm like, really? Fox line push? Huh. So I readjust towards, I call this area, like down there, I call it the cubes. I'm going to the cubes, guys. The Borg took over, they made cubes, yes. And anyways, I take a quick peek and I see that, and I'm like, Fox line push. They completely gave up. The only thing they can contest against us.
New target acquired.
His quick draw is way out in front of his team. I'm just poking him a little bit.
Large group.
The reason I haven't quite pushed out yet is if you look
Moving
here,
through the building.
the way the team is spread out, we have a nice line, and we still have guys to catch up. It's not time for me to push, but here in a minute, when I start seeing how close they're getting, it's time for me to push. So I'm basically going to take this position right here where this actual fire starter's at. He's doing a really good job poking, using those medium pulse. And so I'm going to get to a spot where I can just start nailing.
Acquired.
So right here, this is where it goes to where how much I have to expose to shoot, you know. I have to really get up there and shoot, like right here. And you can see, you know, right there, some of my lasers hit that low ground. I have to expose. And right here, I see Atlas with, I think that was LPOs, and a Battle Master. Pause it real quick. No, the light had the same idea. This thing is tanky. It's a very strong mech. But I don't care what mech it is. Against 2 Atlases, yeah. About that. So I decide to backpedal. I'm not going to face tank that. You know, my CT's already turning orange, the armor. And I also see the lineup here, which means we're all firing in the same direction. They have Overwatch on this side. So I'm going to backpedal, and we got guys back here. So I'm going to backpedal, and then if you look at these 2 triangles, they're actually looking right where you see how this white line, and then they're looking right here. So I backpedal, right? They got aim down there. So I'm like, okay, it's time to get out, let my team do some work. I made it known I was there, and bam, I hit him, and I take on, actually, it looked like, oh, he's all medium and AC5s, but I take on the full medium lasers, and it turned my armor orange. I said, this mech is so tanky, man. But the team is doing well. I mean, look at this firing line, dude. This is amazing. And now like I said, I remember why I picked this specifically is because that's how you do it. I mean, right now, pause it again. I don't know what he's doing, but right now, the way they're set up is that box in term I always use. These guys are boxed in. They don't, they can't, and now I'm going to reposition right here to get more fire on them. So basically, I draw their attention while these guys set up here and shot down on them. And that's why you keep the high ground, guys. That's why you stay up there. So right here again, I know they're focusing on that left flank of mine, and so I'm just gonna come up and hit Indy, alpha him. I always twist just to be safe, turn that red, and bam, team secures that. I remember, I see seismic obviously going up, but I also remember there was a battle master.
Number him, let's push him.
Because it wasn't just the Atlas. So I'm like, he's got to be right here. You know, and I'm like, oh, an archer too. Well, I got the Black Knight with me, so that's okay. Just pop that guy. And I don't know how that Black Knight got hurt so bad, but yeah. So alpha, I'm surprised I didn't get that. I cool shot again, so that way I don't overheat. I'm trying to get the kills, but the team is playing so well that melt their armor, and then the CT's exposing, they're just going down. So, and I believe I got some team damage there on an accident. That wasn't obviously intentional. And I go for the legs, of course, for the cheetah, and didn't see the CT. I probably could have picked up a kill there. But normally you always go for legs on lights, except for the Jenners. Go for CT on Jenners. Jenners are a pain right now. So 410 damage, 1 kilo, 27 team damage. I said accident. So we'll pause this crucial moment, and so 745 for the Banshee fire starter. That's that guy. Had to have been 522 with 2 kills. Great job on playing a light there. This guy got 0. That's interesting. Might have been that awesome, that one guy. Anyways, if you look at the team spread damage, it's pretty good, right? 7, 400s, 3, 5, 4, yeah. Then you come down to the enemy team, 200s, top. You look at their atlases, 18 and 20 damage. It's not the pilot's fault. It's on this map, if you give up those 4 grids I called, specifically the 2 where the high ground meet. Okay, if you give those up, you lose your high ground, you lose your overwatch, you lose everything. I mean, when they pushed up that right flank, we had the high ground. It made their atlases, except for the boar's head because it's laser, but it made these 2 absolutely useless. They walked straight in while we were able just to keep shooting them. I mean, the Mauler, 565 damage. He's DACA. And though it's specifically those 2 grids, but those 4 grids are important because once you get those grids and you're trading and you're doing whatever the case may be, then you can push in, then you can move up to the cubes on from the other side or whatever the case may be. Then you can start moving in. But just to push on that flank while we have the high ground leads to a death sentence. But again, like I said, this is a review more of the map than the mech itself. I mean, you guys did see how much I had to expose in order to shoot. But I was able to tank. I didn't really take much fire, so you guys didn't get to see that. But the next gameplay, you will. Anyways, on to the next and gameplay. On to gameplay 2. We are on HPG. One of my favorite maps. But it is one-sided. I'm going to pause it real quick while we have this map up. It's favored on the side that I am spawning on. The reason I say that is because as soon as you exit out of these doors, you can come this way and straight onto ramps. 1, 2, 3 of these ramps. And they are very, very useful for where this side has to travel, come up this way, and then come up to the ramps. By the time they usually hit about right here, you've already gotten the wraps. Same with this side. There are a couple counters pushing down here to get up on this side to counter this, but then they can just rotate up to the top ground. Same thing on this side, you can rotate left, but then the whole team can have a line here. So this map is lopsided towards, it favors the side that I'm on. But you will see me go towards those ramps. So we got a Warhammer there. Wondering what he's running. If I have some DACA or long range, I normally turn left right there where their entrance is and you can shoot them. A lot of people do that. Oh, and sorry about the lighting on the last game review. I had some lighting issues. Thought I had better lighting. I guess I didn't. So right here is where I'm talking about those ramps. Look how quickly I got to it. I'm already there. But I decided to go to the next ramp right here. To really contest what they're gonna have, and this is where you're gonna see the weakness of the Black Knight. Okay, I have to expose. I mean, right there, I have to expose a lot, and you're gonna see my lasers on, like when I'm up on the high ground right here. Right, I have to expose so much to hit mechs. UAV goes up. I can't get it, but and I see someone shooting it, so I'm like, okay. So in my head, I'm thinking, do I really? That's a DACA. Muller, I believe, was down there, and I gotta continue to expose. Like I'm basically up on top of the ramp now. You know, something blocked me in. I'm trying to back up, and I can't.
New target acquired.
At least I think so.
New target.
But either way, I'm trying to contest this hill right here, so they can't. What I'm trying to do is stop them from getting the left flank. All right, I'm using the ramp, and this is where like a grasshopper is so OP on. I mean, a grasshopper can just blackjack's really good here. Stalker, you know, anything with high mounts, I can just peek over and boom, boom, boom. I am taking, they put an artist right there. I am taking a good, decent little build bit, or beating, sorry. But so I end up deciding, because the way the team is, and they're starting to get boxed in right here, I decided to start moving to the right. They're not pushing left. I think they know. There's a guy here. So look right there, as you can see, my two LPOs hit the ground. And that's that, and my left torso is already open. And I have an XL. So right now I'm just like, oh my gosh, right there, all of that whole entire, all of it just hit the ground. This is the weakness I've been talking about.
Echo 4.
This is the weakness I've been talking about. So now I'm kind of playing passive because I need the team to do a little bit more, because my left torso is already open. And then I see that and I'm like, holy crap, that's a lot of guys down there still. My right arm has one large. I'd rather lose the arm than lose my left torso, right? Yeah, I'll lose a large pulse laser, but at least I'm alive. So here again, I gotta expose so much in order just to get that shot off, because every time I'm exposed to just a little bit, my lasers are hitting the ground. And here, luckily, you know, I was able to get a little bit of a shot on that guy, and then I took a bunch of shots because they're moving down underneath. So now I'm gonna push up on the right flank because they were pushing left. I'm gonna counter it, you know, NASCAR in a sense, but it's 2-2. It's a good fight so far. I still have the high ground. I just need to be patient right now. And you know what I was thinking right there. I wait for him to get pushed back out. I hit him.
New target
And
acquired.
now that I saw the missiles come, opens up my right torso now.
New target
You know.
acquired. Target destroyed.
And now we're
New
slowly
target
now
acquired.
6-3. We've knuckled them down. Now the wheel starts
Target
turning. Now
acquired.
you start pushing in. Now you start, you know, that crab
New
CT's
target
open,
acquired.
Stormcrow CT
Target
open.
destroyed.
Now it's just crumbling beneath
New
them.
target acquired.
And here, like lights, when they jump jet like that, you wait for them to land and pop, take their leg.
Target destroyed.
And something comes behind me. I get behind the
Target
hill,
acquired.
or behind the hill. I'm sorry, behind the building or whatever the heck that thing is.
Target destroyed.
And yeah, but
Target
again, as you can see, my CT is still solid, but my left and right torso are wide open. And this Black Knight, I don't care how tanky you are, you're not gonna take. I mean, the guy's taking a beating, so he goes down pretty quick. But this is really what I was trying to aim for: is get a gameplay like this where it shows that huge weakness I was talking about. So still not too bad. 527 damage with 2 kills. So we'll pause it. Awesome did 712 with 2 kills as well. We'll play it on him. But the damage spreads was pretty decent for the most part. Let's see, Black Knight 676. I think this is that last Black Knight. He was out of position. Where even though he did 676 damage, did it help the team? You know, that's what you have to remember. Did it help the team? And that's what I like. Damage is important, yeah, in a sense. But does that help the team? Because the rest of the team I mean, 200s, like the previous, you know. So it's really what it matters. But you guys see what I mean about that? Where when I had a poke with the Black Knight, I had to expose so much. And good players will aim for that left and right torso. If they see it open, they will aim for it, and you have an XL, and you will drop. You'll drop. And like I said, that's why, in my opinion, this is a more difficult mech than the Grasshoppers, because of how much you have to expose in order to get those shots off. Yeah, you're tanky, but you saw how fast that left torso got opened up. Could have been by accident, could have been like they're aiming, but as soon as that opens up, I know for myself, when I see an open left or right torso, I always usually shoot it off. Whether it's XL or not, they lose double heat, lose heat sinks, or they're losing weapons. And you got to see how the Black Knight is more difficult. With the Grasshopper, I mean, you don't have to expose that much. It's more maneuverable. It's a different play. And either way, though, I hope these videos help. And if you enjoy them, please hit the subscribe button. Check out my stream. And thanks for watching.